Imagine never having to create an invoice manually again. The moment a customer places an order on your website or CRM, an invoice is generated and sent instantly without any manual input. Here's how it works. What happens here is basically an invoice is getting generated and sent back to the requester's email, and from there the requester can see the invoice. So we will see how it works. So let's get started with the demo. So here is basically an invoice is getting generated, and I used this module to get the details. So here you can use the details can be taken from the website or from the CRM. So what details am I taking? Basically the customer's name, the address and the email address, and the product they are buying, the quantity, the price and all. So yeah, these are the things I'm taking. And when the details are getting taken from this module, the details will be stored in a CRM that I use as Airtable. You can see the details over here, and the invoice is sent, so we can see the email over here. So yeah, this is the invoice. Yeah, this is how it basically works. So yeah, I will show you how you can make this whole thing using this make.com and also gather all the CRM, like all the details of the customer, and also the invoice will be also stored in your over here in your Google Drive. So you can also store over here all the invoices. So yeah, we'll start with the tutorial. So before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Altasin. I run an AI agency automation. I help businesses grow, save time, and bring leverages by implementing these AI automation tools that saves time and bring more efficiency. So let's get started with the tutorial. So we will start with this module. I use this basically for the details. So you can see over here what type of details are here. Basically the name, the email address, and the product name and quantity, and the prices of the per unit, and also the order date. So I use this in the replacement of the website or any CRM from where I can get the details. So here you can just replace it with the webhook or any CRM that you are taking the details from. So yeah, I use this for the details, and then these details will be stored over here in Airtable in this form. Basically you can see this over here, the customer name and the email, product name, address, quantity, price, and also in Airtable it just gets the total price based on the quantity and the price. So yeah, and also the order date and the time. And this is pending, like it will wait until the invoices basically sent to the customer. Whenever the invoice is sent, it will set as invoice sent. Yeah, this is it. So this is what is all about in Airtable. The Airtable is basically the CRM where I basically take the details, and then when I get all these values, you can see the bundle, all the bundles are here in this format. So these are sent in basically as one variables. So I wanted to gather all these variables in one string, in one JSON string. So I use this tool to basically take all these values in this JSON format, and then just send it as one JSON string in this format. So why I did this? Because in the next module, I had to give this all variables to the OpenAI module. Giving all these variables individually will be a hassle, so I basically made a bundle of all these variables in one string and just put the results over there. So this is why I basically used this module. And here this module is the one. Before that, I'm going to show you how I made this. You can just go over here in the add section and then just add every variables over here, just name and then name. After that, when you just click the save, it will show like this, and just from here you will just take all the variables from here to according to your name. Basically according to the name, you will just take all this from here, you will just drag it over here. That's it. So this is how I basically made this as a string, and then I gave this value to the OpenAI module where it basically generates an HTML format. Why am I making this HTML format? Right, because I am converting this HTML into the PDF format. So I'm using this module to do this. So before that, I had to convert my whole variables in a way I wanted the invoice to be. So I made a prompt for the OpenAI module over here. So this is the prompt. I gave the instructions as well, some instructions, because when I'm getting the values of the HTML, there were some unnecessary words that was also coming with the HTML format. So I had to like make the prompt like this to avoid those unnecessary words. And also there is a format that the OpenAI basically uses, is it uses an HTML format. It shows the HTML format and then the format comes. So when it does that, in the invoice, basically the format also comes with it. So it comes like HTML and the format, like HTML and the invoice. So it gets odd, right? That's why I also mentioned over here about the raw HTML format. So yeah, this is it. This is what it is for, and also the design, how I want the invoice basically. And also I will come to the logo. The logo part is a little bit trickier because you had to add an image on the HTML format basically in the PDF, so the module cannot generate that, right? So you had to do this individually. So I will show you how. And I had to set an coordinate for the image, because you can see in the invoice, here is the over here is the logo, right? So there is a coordinate of it. So I had to mention the OpenAI so that it leaves a space for the logo to sit over here, right? So this is the coordinate basically. I will show you how I got this coordinate from. So yeah, and this is the company logo, and then the details of the company, and these are the details. So I will show you where. So here is the details and the customer details over here, and then all the order details over here, and the summary, and also the addition of the tax as well. So yeah, this is the format. So customer details, order details table, and the summary section, all in this prompt. And also I also added a format of the HTML, because if you don't add an example of it, the OpenAI's invoice might vary, because it will not stick with one type of HTML, like it will not stick with the one type of design. So every time you take an invoice, you will see the details are in a random way, like it is not in a sequence wise, right? So I had to give an example of the HTML format. So where I got this, I basically used the ChatGPT. I told it all my requirements and how I want the invoice to be look, and that is how I got an example of this HTML format, and I just set it over here. That's it for the this is the main module basically, because this is basically generating the whole invoice, and then just by here it just gets converted into a PDF format. So I used pdf.co, an application where you have to get the API key and then just sit over here. So you can get the API key from here in the homepage. It will be over here, and by just getting this token, you can just implement over here, and then it will be set. And after that, you will just choose the options, which is HTML to PDF, and you will give this result from here. Oh, I also forgot to show you where I basically put my variables from the JSON format too. Yeah, I use this as another role, a message to another role as user, and the text context is basically the JSON format. See, it is taken as whole variables, like in a string. All the variables are in one string, so I did not have to take the hassle of individually giving all the variables, right? So this is much easier. And from there I give it to the OpenAI module, and there I get the HTML format, and from here I convert that HTML format into a PDF format. By this I input this HTML code from this result. If you want to see the result, it looks like this. See, everything is over here. So this is it. So let's see the PDF format. And here, after taking the result, you have to set a name for the invoice. I use this as an invoice sample. And portrait, you can also choose landscape if you want, it's on you. And I choose the paper size as A4 size page, and I leave this as the default. And I take the export type as JSON format because I'm not finished with the invoice, as I have to add the logo of the company, right? So from there I took the JSON format. You can see it comes as a URL. This is the URL. This URL, I will take this URL over here, and I use this module. You can see over here, this one, add text and images to a PDF. So I am taking the logo as an image, right? So I had to take the JSON format from the previous module and then just add the image over there, and then basically download the PDF, right? So yeah, I use this module. This is the one. So this one is a little bit tricky. What happens here is basically they want the coordinates and also the width and height of the logo. So how can you get the height? Like, you have to measure, right? So they also give the instructions over there if you follow. So first you said that you will provide the URL from the previous module, or basically the format. So the URL you will get over here from the previous, this one. And yeah, and just set the name. And here, over here is the coordinates. So how will you get the coordinates, right? And also the URL of the image and height and width. So basically there is some instructions if you follow over here. So here you can see you can store your image in their storage in pdf.co storage here. So I basically stored my my image. You can see, yeah, this is the image. So it will be easier because the module can easily detect the image from here as it is stored here. Basically I copied this URL over here and placed it over here, and for this coordinates and the sizes, basically you can go over here and it will take you to this section here. So this is format. This is the format that I am using. So over here it will see in which place the image will be used. So if you zoom in, I'm gonna place my logo over here. So I'm just gonna take a length like this, and after taking this, it will give me the coordinates of x and y and also the width and the height. If I take this coordinates and just place it on my on this module over here, it will automatically generate the size of the image and basically use that coordinates and place the image. That's it. So yeah, this is it for this module. And normally when the result is taken, I use this email from the Airtable, this email section, this one. And I also used a HTML format by taking the help from ChatGPT. I provided the text on what text I want to be placed in the email, like this. These are the text, and I also provided these informations on the ChatGPT. After that, the ChatGPT, based on these informations, it made me a HTML format, and I just pasted over here. And also on this last portion, after hello, I just used a customer name that I got from the Airtable, this one, and I also provided the URL. Oh, and main thing is I also mentioned to ChatGPT I want my URL to be inside a button, basically this button. So I want it to be in a sky color, like a sky blue. So yeah, in that information they basically use this one button, which will be view in invoice, and the color it also mentioned over here, the button's color. This is how basically the ChatGPT helped me make this HTML. So yeah, you can get the HTML from by the help of ChatGPT, and you can place it over here, and based on the values that you have provided in the that you get from the other module, basically this one, the last module, by adding the image, you just take this URL and just place it over here like that. Yeah, that's it. Through the email, the URL will also be sent. So yeah, And the next one is Google Drive. I basically wanted in my folder, in the invoice folder, the last PDF that will be sent from here from this module. So that URL basically converted into a PDF file that I wanted. You can see I mentioned it on the last section. Over here, export type will be a download a file basically, so it will be sent as a file so that I can download it afterwards from the Google Drive. So this is the one basically. So yeah, this is how I get the URL as well, the file as well. And the last one is an update to the record. What is the update? Basically, the based on the record ID is basically this one, this ID from the Airtable module, from the first module basically. The ID will be set over here, and I basically want the status to be changed in invoice sent whenever the invoice is basically sent through the email. So I just wanted to change the status on my Airtable. This is the one. So it will be set as pending whenever I start the trigger, and when the invoice is basically sent, the status will change into invoice sent. That's it. This is the whole workflow of the invoice, generating the invoice automatically. So that's how you can automate invoice generator without any manual work. If you want to implement this workflow in your business, you can grab it from my resource hub. Link will be in the video description. And if you need a more detailed or a custom setup for your business, feel free to book a free consultation with me. We can discuss how to tailor this for your needs. And if you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button, and for more automation videos, stay tuned with me, and see you in the next video.